First and last name spell it.
Andrew, Andrew, Christiana, Christiana.
Okay.
22 years old, psychology major.
Okay. Have you heard about the teams being cut?
Recently, yes, and I believe that it's if they're assuming if there is a budget crisis, which I'm sure there is with our school, every college, not exclusive to ours, is very prone to cutting diversity programs, art programs, and music programs first, immediately, and severely. And I feel that this is only fair that you cannot constantly cut those sorts of types of programs, and you need to start looking towards other programs that do not produce any sort of revenue towards the school in these types of situations. Yeah.
Do you follow any of those sports?
No.
Do you know anyone who's on any of those sports?
I know people that are on clubs for those sports, and I think that those clubs will just expand. I don't think that there are very many people that come here to be swimmers, judging by, and I don't think there are very many people that come here for cross country.
Do you follow any of the other sports? Do you go to any other sporting events?
I'm not very much a sport person. I'm mostly a music person, which is probably why I have a lot of issues with constant cutting of music budgets, which is something they've done far more than cut sports programs.
So do you think it's kind of well deserved? Not well deserved, but
yeah. I just think it's fair. They've cut so many music and art programs that that you cannot keep cutting them. You have to eventually start looking in other areas that aren't fruitful.
Were you a part of any music groups that got cut?
No.
No. Why do you think it is that teams like water polo, swimming, diving, stuff don't bring as much revenue?
I just don't think that there's an interest at this school for those types of programs. I'm sure that there's probably certain issues with not having adequate coaches, but at the same time, students that are really passionate in an area can cause a program to grow. And there probably aren't very many students here that are interested in those sort of things in order to expand the program. I mean, students need to take initiatives and things that they believe in.
Oh, well, what do you think that the students who are a part of all these sports teams, what do you think their control would be over this issue?
Well, I'm sure that they could actively engage in selling tickets.
You think fundraising?
Yeah, I'm sure they could if they really wanted to. I'm sure they could. I don't even know. Somehow recruit, maybe.
Do you think this is an issue that's happening at other schools as well? Or?
Cutting these programs?
Yeah.
Probably schools that are. Honestly, no. I think most schools just go directly to cut art programs, but there are probably some schools that are being fair about it. Because everyone's probably experiencing budget crises, so it's not really that the school wants to do it.
Why do you think it is that the school goes straight to what you're saying, cutting art programs and?
Because most people don't feel that art programs are beneficial to graduate with any sort of art degree, and that there's a major emphasis in this country on science and math, and that's where all the money goes, because that's where everyone believes where all the money is, and to an extent it's true.
So, did you have any type of negative feelings about the cuts of these sports, or?
Not really. I mean, I don't. Obviously, nobody wants it, but it is what it is.
Do you think there's any hope for them to maybe stay?
As clubs.
You think that they will be cut? Thank you so much.